Welcome to the uLead podcast, brought to you by the Council for School Leadership of the Alberta Teachers Association. All right, today I am speaking with Michelle Nieviadomy, who will be doing our final keynote at uLead 2025. Michelle, thanks so much for joining me today. How are you today?
Hey, I'm good. Thanks for having me here.
We're getting really excited for the upcoming uLead conference and exciting about having you there as well. One of the things that we really like to do is let people know and kind of anticipate who's going to be speaking. So why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself and your story and how it relates to your presence and your keynote at uLead?
Yeah, love it. Well, my name's Michelle. I live here in Iskwew, so Edmonton, Treaty 6 territory, but I'm a Saskatchewan gal. Moved to Edmonton with this ambition, with this dream. So I finished, I first and foremost finished my undergrad degree, but I also had this call in my heart. I don't know where it came from because where I grew up, we didn't really, fitness centers and gyms just weren't a thing as we see they are today. So I had this kind of call in my heart to start a business, open up a fitness studio. Again, I had no rhyme or reason, no context. So finished my undergrad degree, found a career. So I am working in a nonprofit community organization, have been doing that work for 18 years. But in the midst of that, I opened up a studio, opened up a business called Iskwew Health. See in the background, Iskwew means woman in Cree. So part of it is just reclaiming who I am as an Indigenous woman. I think just finding who you are, finding your path is so important. And so I was able to do that. And so with that, I teach just different fitness classes, but right now I'm on the journey of education. So I'm taking my master's in counseling psychology. So we're right around the corner, just almost done. So mental health is really, really integral to all of our well-being. And so I found it very important that I follow that journey, follow that path of just really beginning to understand and hopefully begin to teach other people in the realm of a therapist.
Outstanding. Now, I imagine that many of the things that you talked about you'll be speaking on, but maybe go a little bit more in depth. During your keynote at uLead, what are you going to be speaking about? What do you hope to touch on?
Yeah, so the title of the workshop keynote conversation is The Medicine You Are. So I really believe how important it is for us as human beings to understand our gifts, to understand our worthiness, to understand our presence in this world is really, really important. But it really starts with self. It really starts with us being able to look in the mirror, liking what we see, being our biggest cheerleader. So I'm going to talk about pieces like self-love, compassion, because we're pretty hard on ourselves. So that inner critic, comes out to play every once in a while. We're going to talk about forgiveness. We're going to talk about shifting our mind to one of abundance and goodness, because we're part of this beautiful world that's full of a lot. And I think it's important to walk through life through a lens of that self-love, compassion to ourselves, but also to the world around us.
Now, one of the big things that I like to think about is after people hear you speak your wonderful message, what are you hoping that they're going to leave thinking about, or even more importantly, what do you hope that they bring back to their schools from hearing you and your message?
So with the message of self-love, I really believe it goes hand in hand with self-care. So I am hoping to inspire people to pick up that practice of self-care, to fill their own cup so that what they bring to their communities, what they bring to their schools, what they bring to their organizations is just an overflow of the goodness that they've filled within themselves. So inspiration, just again, I find that I always say this, I'm just a reminder. I'm just the messenger. So I'm here to remind you you of your power, of your magic, of the gift that only you can bring to this world. And so I hope the takeaway is just self-empowerment, that you feel good in your own skin, you feel good in your calling, you feel good in what you're doing in this world, and you bring that gift to where it is you go in a good way.
That sounds amazing, and sounds like the perfect way to end off uLead 2025 as people are going back to their schools. Michelle, thank you so much for A, agreeing to come to uLead and speak to us today, and for B, taking a little bit of time to speak with us today and everyone listening.
Thank you. I'm looking forward to it.